Let's start the class about Jean Piaget. He is one of a very important person in terms of psychology, specifically about children. His concept and his perceptions were two differently. He has given a very important concepts of child psychology, and you must be studying about this. So that's very important and good. So let's talk about it. So now look at. So cognitive development and pedagogy, we are going to study about it. So now let's see. Jean Piaget in 1896 to 1890, 1896 to 1980, that was his lifespan, was a Swiss psychologist whose work revolutionized our understanding of how children learn and develop cognitively. Means the mental ability through which how the children are exactly learning and understanding. This concept was given by Jean Piaget. So now we are going to understand all the concepts. So all the concepts we are going to understand, not just understand. So about learn, develop cognitively. Cognitive effect is what? So mental ability, the understanding generated by the understanding generated in the child, so that the child can be able to understand things. So his theory have profound implications for education and teaching methods. So yes, whatever he has discussed whatever he has done related to child psychology, it was having a very high impact. Okay. Now let's start and try and understand this part. So the first important thing is when he was understanding this section. Now let's talk about it. Core principles of Piaget theory. So what was the core principle of Piaget theory? Constructivism. First part is constructivism. In that he believed that children actively construct their own knowledge through experience rather than passively receiving information. This is one of the most important things. Like if I want to learn anything, I should be learning on my own. I should not be learning through something. Means it's my own experience which will be telling me that I'm an experienced person. So Piaget believe that children actively construct their own knowledge. So they generate their own knowledge on their own, and they build their knowledge by their experience, and that experience will help them to proceed one level or another level. And it is exactly an active learning. It is an active process rather than a passive process. So this is a very important thing Piaget has told, that passively receiving information. Learning is an active process where children build mental structure to understand the world. The children are bringing what? Mental structure to understand the world. So they itself build, like this is cat, this is dog, this is good, this is bad. So all the understanding is exactly built by children itself, and they build this structure by understanding and they realize it. So definitely the theory of constructivism. Constructivism is when I build the concept on my own. When I build the concept on my own, this is exactly constructivism. So this is constructivism. Constructivism. Okay, so experience rather than passively receiving information. Learning is an active process where children build mental structure to understand the world. So now we will be talking the second stage of cognitive development. So now the second part is stage of cognitive development. So now he identified four distinct stages. Remember how many distinct stages are there? Four distinct stages through which all children progress. So definitely for every children there are four stages of progress. The first is called as sensory motor stage. That is birth to 2 years. The first stage is sensory motor stage. It is from birth to 2 years. Infant learn through physical interaction and sensory experiences. They develop object permanence, understanding that object exists even when it is not visible. So this is the first stage. And this stage is coming from birth to 2 years. And whenever this stage is coming, this is exactly from the time of birth to 2 years, the children are understanding that if the thing is there or not there also, it is actually existing. So this is one of the thing that the child understands. So this is called as sensory motor stage, and sensory motor stage is considered as the first stage. They develop object permanence, understanding that object exists even when not visible. Second is called as pre-operational stage, and pre-operational stage starts from 2 to 7 years. The children develop language and symbolic thinking but are egocentric, difficult seeing other perspective. They struggle with conservation. Understanding quantity remains the same despite changes in appearance. Yes, this is the most important thing. Like कि वो जो सोचना चाहते हैं वो वही सोचेंगे. मतलब ये जो ऐसा स्टेज होता है 2 से 7 इयर्स का एज जो होता है बच्चों का, वो होता है जब वो लैंग्वेज सीखते हैं, वो सिंबल सीखते हैं, सिंबॉलिक थिंकिंग करते हैं, रिलेटिव्स को पहचानते हैं, चीज़ों को अच्छा बुरा समझते हैं, लोगों से समझते हैं कि क्या करना है. लैंग्वेज में मल्टी लैंग्वेज ऑल्सो दे कैन अंडरस्टैंड. And but their thing here is they're egocentric, means they only think about themselves. If you will say anything, they will not listen to you. They will be having their own perspective, their own idea. They will not look over you, and they struggle with conservation, means understanding quantity remain the same despite changes in appearance. Okay. Concrete operational stage. Concrete operational stage come from 7 to 11 years. So concrete operational stage is coming from 7 to 11 years, and children with develop logical thinking about concrete object and situations. They master conservation, classification, can understand reversibility also. So this is the most crucial stage when we will be talking about concrete observational stage. Concrete observational stage means कि हम चीज़ों को मतलब जो छोटे बच्चे हैं वो चीज़ों को बहुत ही what you call they can be able to withstand the understanding, like okay fine, ये मतलब ये चीज ऐसा है, ये एक ब्रिक है, तो ब्रिक का साइज ऐसा होता है और ब्रिक का डायमेंशन ऐसा होता है. Who is there यार? Sorry beta, my health is very bad. Just came from hospital and I'm just finishing this gene PHN part. So I'm just making this video so that the students who are having problem with this, they will take care. So this is called as concrete operational stage, and this is coming from 7 to 11 years. So in this, the children is exactly having logical thinking. What is the meaning of logical thinking? Logical thinking means they put logics. Like if your mother is telling that go and bring 1 glass of water, then your logical thinking will be why I only should go and bring 1 glass of water? Why not sister? Why not brother? Why not you can bring that glass of water? This is called as logical thinking, where we can think like what is good for us, what is bad for us, what is here and what is there. This is called as logical thinking, and this will be exactly about concrete things. If 1 plus 1 is coming as 2, so that is a fact. So you can be able to understand, you can be able to reason it, understood. So this is exactly that stage, 7 to 11 years of age. And situation also you can be able to. So if you are going to some attend anyone's funeral, so the moment you are going and attending anyone's funeral, definitely you know the situation. That situation you cannot go and you cannot burst crackers, understood. Means you cannot go and shout, you cannot go because you know that people are mourning in that case, and you need to be very, that place is a very sensitive place. So that's what, so your learning capacity will become 2 times, 3 times, 4 times higher, and there you will be understanding that this should be done and this should not be done. They master conservation, understood classification, and can understand reversibility. Yes, they can be able to master conservation and classification. You can classify the things, understanding also, and reversibility part can also be generated. Now, formal operational stage. What is the meaning of formal operational stage? means 11 plus years. Adolescent development, abstract thinking, hypothetical reasoning, and systematic problem solving abilities, everything will be coming in this fourth stage. So, first stage was that is called as sensory motor stage. And sensory motor stage starts from where? Birth to 2 years. That is the first stage. What and all things are there? They learn physical interaction. Through physical interaction, they try to learn, and their sensory experiences also they are learning, and they develop object permanence. Means this is ball, this is circle in shape, this is that, and then they understand that things are existing if they are not visible also. Means if father is coming going, if father is not there inside room, means that does not means that father is not there. Father is there but not in the room. Means that type of thinking and understanding they are generating. The second stage is called as pre-operational stage. It will be 2 to 7 years of age. Children develop language, symbolic thinking also. They are learning egocentric, but they're egocentric why? Because what they believe, you have to understand its perspective. They struggle with conservation, and they need to understand that understanding quantity remains same despite change in appearance. That they need to understand, like 1 kg 2 kg change is there na, like 1 kg rice I have taken, 1 kg what you call another quantity I have taken. So the thinking that things has to be built up. So that stage we are teaching the children that only. So conservation, and you need to understand quantity and things they have to understand in this. That is called as pre-operational stage. Then comes as complete operational stage, means where they are having logical thinking. That's what I told you, right, wrong, this, that is coming as logical operational thinking. And then comes as formal operational stage. And formal operational stage is supposed to be the that stage where what you call you have abstract thinking. यहाँ पे आप अपने आप को चीज़ों से अलग भी करते हो, चीज़ों से जोड़ते भी हो, उसके बाद हाइपोथेटिकल रीजनिंग भी देते हो, अपना खुद का जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग है चीज़ों को, प्रॉब्लम को खुद से सॉल्व करना सीखते हो, चीज़ों को कैसे आगे बढ़ाना है, पीछे करना है, वो सब भी सीखते हो। तो यह टोटल जो भी चीज़ें हैं वो सब आप खुद से सीख रहे हो। तो ये हो गया आपका फॉर्मल ऑपरेशनल स्टेज। एंड फॉर्मल ऑपरेशनल स्टेज जो है +11 years से आता है। की concept in Piaget's pedagogy, what and all are the key concepts? That is schemas, that is mental framework or concept that organize and interpret informations. That is very much needed. Children modify this through assimilations and incorporating new information into existing schemas. So ये जो होता है कि mental framework, यहाँ से चीज़ों को वैसे लेके जाना है, यहाँ से चीज़ों को वैसे लेके जाना है। एक फ्रेमवर्क जनरेट करते हैं कि अगर मैथमेटिक्स पढ़ना है तो साथ में पेंसिल पेन होना चाहिए, वो एक फ्रेमवर्क जनरेशन होता है। तो mental frameworks or concepts that organize and interpret information is needed. Okay, these are the schemas. Now children modify these through understood through assimilation, that is incorporating new information through existing schemas. And then accommodation, जैसे जिस चीज़ को उनको मिलता है उसके हिसाब से वो चीज़ों को पकड़ते हैं और फिर उसको दूसरे स्टेज में लेके जाते हैं। जैसे कि accommodation, modifying schemas when new information doesn't fit। तो जहाँ पे वो सेकेंड स्टेज में लेके गए वहाँ पे एग्जिस्ट किया नहीं किया तो फिर उसको हटा देना। दैट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज accommodation. Okay, now equilibration. So equilibration, what is the meaning of equilibration? The process of balancing assimilation and accommodation to create stable understanding, उसको हम equilibration कहते हैं। ठीक है। So when children encounter information that challenge their current understanding, this is called as disequilibrium। मतलब एक चीज़ जो पहले से जानते थे, अब उस चीज़ को हम नई चीज़ से सीख रहे हैं, तो जो पहला कॉन्सेप्ट था वो पहला 4 stages, 4 stages, major 4 stages are there, major 4 stages are there, Ruchi. Major four stages are there, and all the four stages I have discussed. You need to check one time. All the discoveries and all the things discussed. So this is the first stage of Jean Piaget. Its chart also I am going to form. So this is the first class of equilibration. First, the concept generation I am telling. What is schemas? What is assimilation? And what is accommodation? तो उसका जो की कॉन्सेप्ट था वो तीन पार्ट में डिवाइडेड था. फर्स्ट इज कॉल्ड एज स्कीमास, दैट इज मेंटल फ्रेमवर्क. Schemas are called as mental framework or concepts that organize and interpret information. Understood? Now, assimilation, incorporating new information. मीन्स नया इंफॉर्मेशन जोड़ना उन इंफॉर्मेशन में जो पहले से एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. मेंटल फ्रेमवर्क जनरेट करना को स्कीमास कहते हैं. न्यू इंफॉर्मेशन जोड़ना प्री एग्जिस्टिंग इंफॉर्मेशन को एसिमिलेशन कहते हैं. एकोमोडेशन मतलब मॉडिफाई करना स्कीमास को मतलब फ्रेमवर्क को मॉडिफाई करते रहना न्यू इंफॉर्मेशन से, जो कि फिट ना हो वो चीज को हमको देखना है. अब इक्विलिब्रेशन क्या होता है? द प्रोसेस ऑफ बैलेंसिंग एसिमिलेशन एंड एकोमोडेशन. एसिमिलेशन मतलब नए चीजों को पुराने वाले चीजों में जोड़ना, उसको क्या कहते हैं हम? Assimilation. Incorporating new information into existing schemas. And accommodation means modify करना schemas को. So the process of balancing assimilation and accommodation to create stable understanding. मतलब जो पहले से आता था उसमें कुछ नया जोड़ना, और जो चीज जोड़ा है वो पहले वाली चीज को कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट कर रहा है कि भाई यहाँ पे ये गलती है, तो उसको फिर से स्टेबल करके उसका एक नया अंडरस्टैंडिंग जनरेट करना, उसको कहते हैं इक्विलिब्रेशन. Understood. When children encounter information that challenge their current understanding, they work to restore balance through learning. Now, discovery learning. So, teachers should create environment where children actively explore and discover concepts themselves rather than through direct instruction alone. So, this will be a deeper understanding and retention. Now, developmentally appropriate practice. So, you need to understand this. So instructions must match the child cognitive stage. So अगर जो इंस्ट्रक्शन तुम दे रहे हो वो बच्चे की कॉग्निटिव स्टेज को ज्वाइन करना चाहिए. जो चारों स्टेजेस हैं उनमें से किस स्टेज को क्या इंस्ट्रक्शन दे रहे हो वो उसमें मैच करना चाहिए. The teacher abstract concept to concrete operational thinking will be ineffective. Teacher need to assess where students are developmentally working or not. So here you need to check that what is the development stage of that child. Is he or she able to understand the challenge or the work or the instruction what you have given? So according to the stage, अब 2 साल के बच्चे को तुम कहानी सुनाओगे, महाभारत समझाओगे तो महाभारत तो वो समझने से ना. तो वो चीज़ है कि जिस स्टेज में जो बच्चा जैसा होता है उसको उस तरह का इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया जाता है. अब 4 साल के बच्चे को तुम बोलोगे कि एक दीवार खड़ा कर दो तो वो तो पॉसिबल नहीं होगा ना, तो वो भी वहाँ पे पॉसिबल नहीं है. तो उसको टीचर नीड टू असेस वेयर स्टूडेंट्स आर डेवलपमेंटली डेवलपमेंटल. सो नाउ एक्टिव लर्निंग प्रोवाइड हैंड्स ऑन एक्सपीरियंस, manipulative and opportunities for experimentation. Children learn by doing, not just listening. So children जो है वो करके सीखते हैं, सुन करके नहीं. Now social interaction, peer collaboration help children see different perspective and challenge their own thinking, promoting cognitive growth. Okay, so ये भी बहुत जरूरी है. Social interaction, peer collaboration help children see different perspective, challenge their own thinking, promotive cognitive growth. This is also very very important. तो जो सोसाइटी में बच्चा जैसा है, जहाँ पे जिस तरह से सीख रहा है, तो सोशल इंटरेक्शंस में कैसे वो कोलैबोरेट कर रहा है दूसरे बच्चों की मदद से, वो अपना पर्सपेक्टिव को चेंज कर रहा है, चैलेंजेस को फेस कर रहा है, सीख रहा है, अपना कोग्निटिव ग्रोथ कर रहा है, वो भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेज एंड इट विल कम बाय सोशल इंटरेक्शन. Teachers are facilitators. Again and again, everybody says that teachers are facilitators. What is the meaning of facilitators? Meaning of facilitators means they are not facilitators means everything we will provide. Your own work is only to learn. So rather than being the sole source of knowledge, teacher guide and support children, nature, curiosity and exploration. They ask probing questions rather than simplify providing answers. So definitely we should not provide answers. We should generate curiosity in the students so that they can itself search answers. That's the most important thing. Okay. The student should be searching answer. The student should be searching answer. The student should be searching answer rather than selecting. The student should be searching answer of those questions which the teacher has given. So these are some things. So they ask probing questions rather than simplify providing answers. So simply giving answer is not good. You need to provide. See, sometimes what happens, some people they have a habit of keeping the things hard. That is also going to put a question mark in the children's brain. So they itself try to complete the framework like puzzle. So if you will be making the things curious, the children content will be like to understand. So your work is that you are facilitator. You have to provide all the facilities and the children has to learn them. So readiness means children cannot learn certain concept until they developmentally ready. So forcing advanced concept is counterproductive. It is too early is counterproductive. So you need to make the children first ready. They should be in their frame of mind to understand the things. Now error or learning opportunity. So mistakes reveal children's current thinking and provide opportunities for cognitive conflict and drive learning. So definitely अगर किसी को भी उसका mistakes बताया जाए, बच्चों को बताया जाए कि हाँ बेटा यहाँ पे ये है, यहाँ पे ये, उनकी थिंकिंग को चेंज किया जाए, उनको ये समझा करके कि इस स्टेज में क्या है और उस स्टेज में क्या है, तो डेफिनेटली वो लर्निंग का अपॉर्चुनिटी जो है वो ज़्यादा बढ़ेगा. तो गलती कर कर भी सीखते हैं लोग. तो गलती करके जो हम सीखते हैं उसको कहते हैं एरर एज लर्निंग अपॉर्चुनिटी. सो टेक एरर एज लर्निंग अपॉर्चुनिटी. जहाँ पे मिस्टेक होता है वहाँ पे अपने मिस्टेक को रेक्टिफाई करके अपने आप को बदलना, मतलब और उससे एक सीख लेना. दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So these were some of the most important things of जीन पियाजेंट. So tomorrow again कोलबर्ग थ्योरी का कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट्स लेकर के आऊंगी. कल जीन पियाजेंट का कुछ इलैबोरेटिव क्वेश्चंस कंप्लीट करेंगे. ये पीडीएफ मैं भी तुमको ग्रुप में प्रोवाइड करती हूँ ताकि तुम इसको पढ़ के समझ सको. ठीक है.